196.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Pound. Good job.
I think we've been in 119 and 120 a couple times. Or 119. That's an interesting trailer. Black Series. Kind of one of those off-road. Maybe I should park right here by this little parking thing so I can unhitch the Jeep.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
Park right here, that way somebody can go around me. 119 right there, match. Hey everybody, it's Dave here. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Monday. Hope you have a good week. Well, we're spending a couple days at our favorite place north of Phoenix, Lake Pleasant, Arizona. Kind of a rainy, sunny weekend. We had some rain last night, so I'll show you around Lake Pleasant here in the middle of March. We've had so much rain, and I'm surprised the lake's not up all the way, but I'll show you some stuff around here. Take patches on our lake camping trip here. Hey, Patch. Alright, you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the little bell on the side so you'll be notified when I put out more videos in the future. So let's show you around Lake Pleasant.
Someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Good morning, Patch. Do you know where you are this morning? Lake Pleasant this week. And I'm surprised you can see the lake right through there. It's the middle of March, and usually this time of year the lake will be all the way up here, or just about up here, but not yet. Maybe by next month it might come up. You can kind of see it right through there. We had quite a rainstorm last night. Oh my gosh. Thunder and lightning from about 8 o'clock till about 11 o'clock. Poured. We've been getting so much rain. Everything's just green. What you doing, Patch? You got yourself all tangled up around the table there, huh? How did you do that? I get him untangled, then he gets himself tangled up again. I get him untangled, then he tangles himself up again. You're just keeping me busy, aren't you? Oh, you're not too bad. Look at that. Just come this way. Come this way. Keep coming. Oh, there we go. Tammy's collecting rocks again.
That one's cool. I have a star shape on it.
Let's see what she's found.
That ought to polish up interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a
That
little
one's
one.
interesting. Nothing really special.
This one might. All right. You lead the way, Patch. Uh-oh. Somebody ran into that one. Looks like somebody's been trimming the trees around the lake. That's nice. Makes it easier to get down to the lake when they do a little trimming. I've noticed that these mesquite trees get pretty thick. A nice little campground. I like this campground. This is a Desert Tortoise Lower Scoot Loop. And there's no hookups here. They do have hookups up on the hill, but these don't have any power hookups. They do have a little table and a fire ring and a little ramada, shade ramada, plus the bathrooms. And trash pickup, so that's nice. These spots are some of our favorites here. These spots are nice, but I like the ones over here because they're closer to the lake. Especially if you have a little boat or something. If you have a little pontoon boat or a kayak, inflatable, stand-up paddleboard, one of those kind of things. This is really nice and close to the water. They got some little inflatables there. Come on, Patch. Where are you going? Exploring. You see a squirrel over here because I saw a big fat squirrel over here a few minutes ago. Probably because he feeds off everybody that camps here. Look at all that. That might make some nice firewood, huh? All these trees they trimmed up along the lake here. Come on. Come on, Patch. Some kids down there by the water already, just hanging out. Oh, there's the squirrel. Let's see if I can get that squirrel. Come on. Do you hear that, Patch? Somebody's shooting over there. I saw a big fat squirrel just a second ago. Oh, I see a squirrel over there by the tail. There he goes. He saw us. There's a shooting range close by. On the other side of Castle Hot Springs Road over there, people can park over there and then they go shooting into the mountain because it's BLM land, so they can do that. Patch, there's a squirrel. Keep your eyes open there a little bit. Come on. Keep your eyes open. You might see a squirrel. This spot's one of our favorite ones. I think this one is 117. Let me see the number here in a second. Yeah, this is 117. Then 118 is next, and ours is 119. This one's nice because you're real close to the lake. When the lake comes up, like in April and May, when it comes all the way up here, you can get right to the lake right here. The lake will come up, and the water will come up to just about to those little mesquite trees there on the edge. And boom. That right out there will be a little island that you can swim to or paddle your canoe around. You got yourself all tangled up again. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, that spot's 117. And technically, I think this is a handicap campsite. So how that works, I'm not quite sure. If you go on the website and you try to reserve this spot, it'll let you know that is reserved for handicapped, although I've seen people here that are not handicapped. So I'm not sure exactly how they do that, if somebody reserves this that's not handicapped. But I think they do make some of these accessible they have lots of room here. It's pretty level. And this next one here is 118. This is one of our other favorite spots because this one's nice. You get real close to the lake, just like 117, 118, and we're in 119. The next one up is 120, so that's a good one too. These are all nice because you get right by the water. So when the water comes up, of course. Hey everybody, it's Dave. Welcome back. I like to do this part of the video for folks who are not familiar with Phoenix and the area around Phoenix, especially those folks who don't know how to get to Lake Pleasant. If you know how to get to Lake Pleasant and you're familiar with this area, then you can skip this. But I do like to kind of go through this. So if you're new to the area and you're looking for Lake Pleasant, just remember Lake Pleasant is north of Phoenix, There's a couple of ways to get there. I guess the best way for out-of-towners to get there is to either take the 17 and get off on Highway 74, which is called the Carefree Highway. Or if you're coming from the east side in Morristown, you can also take 74 and come across this way. For the folks who live in Phoenix, they come up Lake Pleasant Parkway or Highway right here. This is Lake Pleasant Parkway. And you go to the 74 and then you turn and go west on the 74. There are actually two entrances to the lake. One side, the east side of the lake, is run by Peoria, the city of Peoria, and there's a Lake Pleasant Harbor Marina over here. Really nice place. If you want to, it has a little restaurant there that you can eat at. They also have places you can, if you have an RV or a trailer, you can park. They have year-round parking and for trailers and campers and stuff. They also have boondocking areas and hookups. So that's another place. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video just on that. But where we like to camp most of the time is on the west side of the lake, which is ran by Maricopa County. And so this side of the lake is ran by Maricopa County. Now when you come across the 74, you're going to go south of the dam. The dam is up here. And then you're going to look for Castle Hot Springs Road, which is the entrance to the west side of Lake Pleasant. And you're going to go north on Castle Hot Springs about 3 miles, and you'll see the entrance to Lake Pleasant Regional Park. And from there, you can come here for the day. There's places here where you can picnic for the day. You can come to the boat ramp, launch a boat if you have a boat. Just hang out there. There's also an interesting thing way over here that they have called the Lake Pleasant Discovery Center. And it's got exhibits and things that tell you about the animals in the area, and that would also make a great video. Maybe one of these days I'll show that. There's a campground over on this side called Roadrunner, and then the campground we stayed at is Desert Tourist Campground. Now both of those campgrounds can be reserved, Desert Tourist Campground and Roadrunner. The advantage of one over the other, this is a nice campground. This one's up on the hill. You don't really have water access at Roadrunner, but great spots. It's close to the marina. It's close to the boat ramp. So if you do have a boat and you want to put your boat in the lake, it's just a short drive down to the boat ramp, put your boat in, then you can play around in your boat and then load it back up and come back to your campsite when you're all done. The advantage to Scoot Loop, which is down at the lower end here of Desert Tourist, is that you are right on the water. Certain times of the year, the water comes all the way up in here. So you can literally bring your boat up, park it on the side of the campground right here where you're camping. And this is where we camp at, the lower Scoot Loop, or Scoot Loop. Then there's also the Bajada Loop, which is up here, which is a little bit higher up from the lake, but still places where you can park your boat when the water is at high level. And the water is at high level in the spring and early summer. Starting in Memorial Day weekend, they start to let the water out of the lake. They use the water for irrigation in the Phoenix Valley. So from about Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend, the water level will slowly drop, where the low level will probably be around Labor Day weekend. And then around Labor Day weekend, it stops dropping and slowly comes back up again through the winter. So that's kind of the weird, I've been to the lake so long, I kind of know the way that it operates like that. But this is a great little campground. You can reserve it online. There are fees if you want to come for the day, so I'll show you what those fees are. And leave this up here for a minute so you can kind of see what some of these are. If you're coming just for the day and a vehicle just for the day, $7. If you're coming for some other things, there's so much per person. If you have a boat that has a motor on it, it's $4 for the day. A boat non-motorized, it'd be like a sailboat or a rowboat, paddle boat, something like that, $2. There's an archery area if you're in a big bus, school bus, like with a school field trip and all these other things. So you can kind of see that you can get discount passes and stuff also. There's also an annual pass if you live in the valley and you want to come and go to the lake a lot. That's not a bad deal. It's $85 for the year. That covers your annual pass, covers your vehicle entry. Doesn't cover your camping though. Camping is down a little bit lower, so I'll scoot down here to the camping area. If you go online and reserve a campsite, it's $8 fee for the camping fee online. And I do recommend that, especially for weekends like, let's say Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July weekend. The big weekends or spring break, those weekends and those weeks will be the busiest time. You will want to reserve ahead of time. If it's in the midweek, on off weekends, you may be able to get a campsite by just coming in on first come, first serve. Don't count on it, but some people are able to do that. Just depends on the time of the day, the week, and so on. Developed sites have power, so those are $32. Semi-developed, which is the one site we were in, was $22. If you have the pass, you can get that for half price. If you have, I believe that'll count for that, like the senior pass, you can get that for $11. Check on that. I'm not absolutely 100% positive on that, but I know that a lot of times you can get a reduced price for those. Primitive camping is like shoreline camping. Sometimes in the year, the lake level drops enough where there's shoreline exposed, and places around the north or the south boat ramp, the 10-lane boat ramp, there are places where you can pull down and camp near the water there on the dirt. And so that would be called primitive camping. And sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not. It's one of those weird things when the weather is just right and the lake level drops enough, it's nice to park down by the water. And then you can see what some of these other cancellation fees and so on. So check it out. It's a nice thing to do for if you're not used to the area. Come out and check out Lake Pleasant. Things to do right off the top of my head. If you're camping at the Lake Pleasant, you can go over to the marina on the east side over there, Lake Pleasant Harbor, and there's a little store over there. You do have to pay a fee to get into that side. The fee that you pay to get into the west side won't cover you to get into the east side. I know, that's weird, huh? But it's just kind of the way it is. But if you're going to be frequenting these two spots, there are some advantages to going in over here and checking it out. They do have a restaurant over there right down on the water level. Let me switch to satellite mode and I'll show you. You can actually park right in here's a big, huge parking area. They have a shuttle that will take you down here, and you can walk down to the marina. And they have a place called Dillon's Bayou at the Pleasant Harbor. So maybe one of these days I should just do a video on this, show everybody what kind of things you can have here. But it is kind of a neat thing. They do have activities and stuff on this side of the lake. 4th of July weekend, they have fireworks. At least they have in the past. So there's something to check out. So anyway, have safe travels wherever you're going. Get out and see the world. It's a beautiful world out there. Come and enjoy the lake. In the summertime, this is a very popular place. Water's cool when the weather's hot. Have a great day. Catch you later. This is Dave saying bye.